And we are back at Crossfire Wrestling's March Meltdown from the Meriton Community Center. I'm Chuck LaFleur from 91.7 Giant FM, today's best country, Country 89. Doug Newton on the commentary, who's a videographer, Crossfire Wrestling, a talent scout that does so much more. Doug, I know this is one that you and I have certainly been looking forward to. It features the man Crossfire fans love to hate, Andrew Daddy Davis versus former WWE superstar Highlander Robbie Mcallister. What a matchup this is going to be. I
really don't know, Chuck, which way this one's going to go. And then we have a special guest referee today as well.
Well, that's the thing. A man who has done it all in the pro wrestling ranks. Hall of Famer for Crossfire Wrestling, Chuck The Butcher Simpson. Now, this is going to get interesting because Chuck and Andrew Daddy Davis have had a thing. They've had a beef with each other for several months, going way back to last summer, actually. And, Chuck, as a referee, a good referee should do. First time in the ring, I think, in about 10 years, by the way, for Chuck The Butcher Simpson, other than to do some announcing. But he gets the pat down going of Andrew Daddy Davis, who goes right to the diaper bag. That'll be a factor, possibly. What's this already?
He's already sneaking something there into the corner.
Looks like he took something out of that diaper bag, and he may have placed something under the ring. As Chuck The Butcher Simpson, our guest referee, gives the pat down to Robbie Mcallister. So, barring any unforeseen circumstances, we should be good to go. What about the headgear now, Doug, on Andrew Daddy Davis?
I was just going to say, notice that he still has his headgear going on for this match.
I had heard that Andrew Daddy Davis actually went to the length of getting a legal maneuver put in place that he can wear the headgear. Whether that's still in play, I do not know, but anyway, Chuck The Butcher Simpson letting our ring announcer Amanda Cat know that the match won't start until the diaper bag is gone.
But the damage might already be done, Chuck, because as we saw him sneak out there, Chuck had his back turned.
Oh, look at it. He's pretending he just has water in there. What have you seen in the past? We've seen, bricks out of that bag, Doug?
Yep, bricks, brass knuckles.
Brass knuckles. I think I saw an anvil. How he got an anvil in there one time to hit his opponent with, I don't know. But
my favorite, though, has to be the diaper match. When the diaper that he brought out ends up on his backside.
And the fans will remind him of that. Now we have a struggle here. Chuck The Butcher Simpson does not want that diaper bag to come into play in this match. Boy, Chuck looks good. He looks like, I keep hearing rumors, maybe Chuck might have one more match left in. I'd love to see that, but he looks fit and trim, and Andrew Daddy Davis has to be very careful here with Chuck The Butcher Simpson. Well, Robbie Mcallister, too. He just wants Chuck The Butcher Simpson to call this match down the middle, and Chuck says he will.
Guess we'll have to wait and see.
Big disadvantage here for Andrew Daddy Davis. He has come to rely, I think, far too much on that diaper bag with the nefarious objects that he has in there. But again, did he take something out of the diaper bag while Chuck The Butcher Simpson, our guest referee, was patting down Robbie Mcallister in the far corner? That remains to be seen.
Well, Daddy's got nothing up his sleeve, but he might have something up his headgear.
Nothing. You can never put anything past Andrew Daddy Davis. Boy, he has not made a lot of friends. I don't think he got one Christmas card this past holiday season from a Crossfire Wrestling fan, Andrew Daddy Davis.
Probably not.
What's he bill himself? Dad of the Year, is it? Or
something like that.
Yes. We're finally underway here now. And, we were almost finally underway. Andrew Daddy Davis decides to hightail it.
I think he's just trying to get under McAllister's skin.
Yeah, well, Robbie's been in the ring for so many years now, and he's ready. He knows this is just a game right now that Andrew Daddy Davis is playing to try to... he gets in people's minds, though. That's one thing about Andrew Daddy Davis. Say what you will about his the man that he is and the personality that he is, but he knows how to get it in his opponent's head. And whatever distractions that he can use, he takes full advantage of it. You're going to have to go a long way to distract Robbie Mcallister, who's seen it all and done it all in wrestling. Off comes the headgear.
He's becoming quite the mastermind when it comes to the head games with not only the opponents but the crowd as well.
And getting back in there. He's got to watch out he doesn't get counted out by Chuck the Butcher Simpson here. He came close to it there. Robbie Mcallister ready for it. Well, again, just enough back in the ring to break up the... Looks like Daddy Davis really doesn't want to get engaged toe-to-toe right now with Robbie Mcallister, doesn't it, Doug?
I think he knows better.
Yeah. If he starts trying to go strength with strength, which they are right now...
But don't underestimate Daddy.
No,
he's quite the powerful man. Look at the arms. Look at the tree trunk legs on him.
Just a tremendously talented wrestler, and you hate to see him resort to the tactics that he does because... more often than not, he doesn't have to, but hey, with him, nothing else matters but getting the victories in Crossfire Wrestling, which he has. Outside the ring again is Andrew Daddy Davis, adjusting the headgear. You'd have to wonder how frustrating it is right now for Robbie Mcallister. He came here to wrestle.
Yes.
He didn't come here to watch Andrew Daddy Davis parade around the ring with boxing headgear on.
He's not in our parts very often, so it's great to see him when he is in our ring.
Oh, that's for sure. And just a tremendously nice man outside of the ring, Robbie Mcallister, who was trained, by the way, by Chuck the Butcher Simpson before becoming a member of the Highlanders. And I know he says that he thanked Chuck the Butcher Simpson trained Robbie Mcallister years ago. And Robbie says he thanked Chuck the Butcher Simpson by buying him a hot dog. So knowing Chuck the Butcher Simpson, that's the best payment he could have given him. Oh, up comes the kilt.
Well, I actually got a little bit of payment from Robbie prior to tonight's event. We were talking about hair growth. And he gave me a couple of tips to grow my locks a little bit longer.
Oh, did he now?
Yes, he did.
Hey, well, look at him. Yeah, you'd be wise to take that advice. And Robbie getting the knee up to block. Well, again, see, Robbie slams the noggin of Daddy Davis into the turnbuckle, but what effect does it have with that headgear on, right?
Absolutely.
Hey, that'll have an effect. Poke to the eyes. Robbie Mcallister. Well,
it's off, and he's lost it altogether.
Okay, so no diaper bag. Now, no headgear for Andrew Daddy Davis. And, Robbie's going to make sure, without the headgear on, making up for lost time here. And the headbutt. 1, 2, and Chuck the Butcher Simpson, our guest referee, gets the 2 count in, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, Chuck's doing quite well. He's getting down there. He's getting back up again. He's in great shape.
Really, and and maybe as a career, a future here in wrestling, as Andrew Daddy Davis now, Chuck the Butcher Simpson, not getting the count going. Andrew Daddy Davis. Boy, it doesn't take long. You give Andrew Daddy Davis any kind of opening. We've talked about his athletic ability. We've talked about his smarts in the ring, his ring presence, and his savvy. You give him an opening. Although you give Robbie Mcallister an opening, as Andrew Daddy Davis just did, well, they're going to go back and forth in that corner now. Shoulders.
Oh.
Try for the pin cover here, Andrew Daddy Davis. 1, 2. Oop, not quite. I wonder if Andrew Daddy Davis and Chuck the Butcher Simpson can coexist in the ring, even though one is an official. Boy, there's some bad blood between the two of those. And Andrew Daddy Davis has been very disrespectful to Chuck the Butcher Simpson for almost a year now. And up goes Robbie Mcallister.
Right across the throat.
Oh, you can tell. Look at Robbie Mcallister clutching the throat. 1, 2, and that looked like it was over. Looked like it was over.
So close with the count.
Now look at the pressure on the head now from Andrew Daddy Davis. You look at Andrew Daddy Davis now. He's zoned in.
Yep.
He finds that other gear. He finds that other level over the course of a match, and he's there now. But Robbie Mcallister gets back to his feet. Not for long, though. Boy, Andrew Daddy Davis, such a dangerous man in the ring. Well,
Daddy just takes a bit to get himself psyched up, I think, before the match gets going. Because once he gets going, there's no stopping him.
Yeah, and he's in full flight right now, too. Robbie trying desperately. Back to one knee, to elbow. That'll break up the move. Break up the hold. Into the corner. No, reversal. Back of Robbie Mcallister into the turnbuckle. Ducks out of the way. Danny Davis' shoulder taking the full brunt of that turnbuckle. So Robbie Mcallister now turning things around. 3 straight rights. Reversal again by Danny Davis. A miss. That shoulder knocks Danny Davis down. The power behind those blows from Robbie Mcallister. Look at the agility of the big man here. Andrew Danny Davis, I don't think he knows what day of the week this is.
I don't think so. He's probably smart to roll out of the ring like that, collect himself.
Yeah, still had the presence of mind. What he needed right there was a breather, and he's getting it. Although the count has begun. Oh, wait a minute now.
Again, away from the camera. Can't see what's going on.
Again, he knows where the camera is. Well, he's bringing in a chair. Chuck the Butcher Simpson can see that clearly. A struggle over the chair now.
Chuck has to make sure it doesn't get hit by the chair himself.
He did. Well, look at this. Foreign object. Oh, it bounces up. Robbie Mcallister, whatever that object is.
Oh, backfire.
Robbie now puts the foreign object into the kilt. Chuck the Butcher Simpson, 1, 2, and 3.
Oh.
What a wacky turn of events at the end with Andrew Danny Davis reaching under the ring. We had speculated, Doug, that earlier, before the match even got underway, that Andrew Danny Davis had a foreign object that he took out of the diaper bag before it was banned from ringside. Put something under the ring, reached for it. Obvious that he came in with a chair. Chuck the Butcher Simpson able to get that away from him, but while Chuck the Butcher Simpson was getting the chair out of the ring, Andrew Danny Davis went after Robbie Mcallister with the foreign object. It was blocked. Object up in the air. Robbie gets it.
Something sneaky here. Something sneaky here, Chuck.
I think Andrew Danny Davis is asking Chuck the Butcher Simpson to conduct a search here on Robbie Mcallister. Wait a minute. And there it is. So what happens now? Amanda Cat, our ring announcer, next to our great photographer, Sean Eden, getting the decision here from Chuck the Butcher Simpson. Disqualification?
That's what happens. He got caught with the object, Chuck.
You know, it's frustrating as heck for Robbie Mcallister. He was almost on the receiving end of that foreign object. Well, now, Andrew Danny Davis usually calls out Chuck the Butcher Simpson. Now he's calling him in. Says he wants him to do his job and get back in the ring and raise his hand. You know, in all fairness to Chuck the Butcher Simpson, one of my favorite people on the planet, he followed the rule book.
Yeah.
He did find the foreign object in the kilt of Robbie Mcallister. He had no choice.
I think that's what Robbie was just saying, you know, whether he likes it or not, he did call it down the middle there, and, he got caught with the object.
This may have been a long time coming. Will Chuck the Butcher Simpson raise the hand? He's asking the crowd, what do you think? Should he? Well, he is. He has to do his job, though.
That's right.
That's why he was hired.
Oh, there you have it.
The class of Chuck the Butcher Simpson and the get out of my ring. How dare he talk to a Hall of Famer like Chuck the Butcher Simpson that way?
Unbelievable.
Well, there you have it. The winner by disqualification. What a matchup this was. Andrew Danny Davis over Robbie Mcallister at Crossfire Wrestling's March Meltdown.